Okay, so in the second tutorial now, we're going to go through the Reference Library Viewer tab of the web application. And we're going to use the library that we just built in the previous tutorial in the Reference Library Builder tab. And we just need to load that RData object file into the web application, and in doing so, it will plot the various patterns in your reference library. And the default for it is to select the first pattern in the library in alphabetical order, basically, based on the phase ID. So in this case, the first pattern to plot is a plagioclase pattern. And we can add phases to this, add patterns to this, which updates the plot. So now we can see an albite pattern and a dolomite pattern. And you can add as many as you like, really. And the reason for it only plotting one to begin with is because some reference libraries can be very large, and it would take ages and look very complicated if you plotted a couple of hundred standards at once. So this just allows you to build up the picture and have a look at each of your standard patterns. And the graph that it produces is a plotly graph, which is very interactive. You'll see when you hover over the graph, it will show you different features of the data. For example, the phase ID, which in this case is ILL, the d-spacing, which is calculated based on this wavelength that you use. At the moment, only copper and cobalt can be selected, but in subsequent versions, I'll update that. And also, if you go to the legend, you can turn various patterns on and off. So we could turn them all off, and double-clicking will turn them all back on. Or you can double-click on, when they're all on, you can double-click on one of them, and it will isolate that one. So it's very useful, and you can zoom in on various features of the data. So that's just a way of looking at your reference library, and next we'll move on to editing it.